I went to the fair alone on Halloween because the midway feels safer than my apartment when it's quiet. Sugar and metal in the air, fried dough, cold iron, damp straw under the big top. A girl in a sequin jacket drifted out of the crowd, like the music had pushed her. "Show starts at midnight," she said, and pressed a ticket into my palm. "Back row, center, don't be late, Lawrence." She said my name like a stage cue. I'd never seen her, but she was hard to forget. Blonde, long straight hair, a slim line of red makeup under each eye, a smile that didn't show her teeth. "Xenia," she added, tapping the silver letters stitched on her collar. "I'll find you." I should have asked how she knew me. Instead, I asked, "What kind of show?" "The kind you only see once." She stepped backward and vanished into masks and plastic pumpkins. The ticket was thick with raised ink. "Admit 1. On the back, in pencil, someone had written "back." Inside, the tent felt older than it looked outside. Ropes creaked. The calliope wheezed. People filled the benches, but sat too still. Some wore masks. Some didn't turn when the spotlight swung past. I found my seat and held the ticket too tightly. The ringmaster talked about wonders and wagers, knives in the air, a contortionist folding into a suitcase and waving from inside. The whole time, I felt the stare before I found it. Xenia, halfway up a slack rope, balanced with an umbrella, looking straight at me. Her lips shaped my name. Then the umbrella tilted toward a slit in the curtain at the right of the ring, a small triangle of dark. I told myself I would only look. I slid along the bench, went down the steps, crossed the sawdust. Nobody stopped me. The curtain's edge breathed against my knuckles. I slipped through. Backstage lived in the blue of work lights. Coils of rope slept on hooks. A rack of costumes remembered other bodies. Empty mirror frames lined a wall. The air had grease paint in it, and something wet. "Xenia," I whispered. Chalk arrows marked a path between crates. I followed them past a trunk stamped property of X. A poster hung crooked over a toolbox, paper gone brown, Xenia and the Vanishing Man, one night only. The man was a silhouette. The outline nagged like a half-remembered photo. A voice floated ahead. "You kept the ticket." She leaned in a doorway, sequins dull in the work light. Up close, she looked younger and older at once, the way acrobats do when they hold still. "You know me?" I asked. "Since you were small enough to crawl under the canvas?" She lifted my wrist. The entry stamp felt warmer than the rest of me. "You begged to see backstage. I promised I'd show you someday. Every promise is a thread. We pull them on Halloween. That's not how I remember it." "That's because you left before the end." She stepped aside. The room behind her was a dressing room. Bare bulbs rattled around a cracked mirror. On the glass, someone had written "Don't be late" in fingertip streaks. On the table lay a tuxedo jacket my size. "I'm not part of the show," I said. "You are tonight." She said it kindly, like a nurse. "Relax. It doesn't hurt to change places." "Places with who?" Xenia looked toward the slit back to the ring. Through it, I saw my empty seat. Then a head blocked the gap. My head. Same jacket. Same haircut. I sat where I had been, elbows on knees, watching. When he turned, I saw my face, attentive and a little afraid. My stomach dropped. "What is this?" "Timing," she said. "The audience watches the act. The act watches the audience. It's a circle." Someone always trades. I want out. The only exit is the trick, Xenia said, and opened the trunk. Inside, black velvet. The lid was padded where foreheads would hit. She met my eyes with a look that wasn't quite pity. We only need you to vanish. You'll be very good at it. I ran. The hallway bent left where it should have bent right. Every curtain opened into another crease of dark. I shoved through one and stepped into whiteness. Spotlights. Applause fell like rain. I was in the center of the ring. The trunk waited beside me. Xenia walked out, umbrella folded like a blade. Be brave, she whispered, like telling a child to blow out candles. I climbed into the trunk because there was nowhere else to climb. The lid came down. The world narrowed to breath and fabric. I counted to 10. I counted again. A latch snapped. The lid opened. I stepped into the dressing room. Not quite the same. The mirror was clean. The message was gone. On the table lay a sequined jacket stitched with my name where Xenia's had been. From the ring, muffled by canvas, the crowd roared for the girl on the slack rope. A new name rolled from the ringmaster's tongue, unfamiliar and perfect. The hairs on my arms rose the way they do when the music changes and you haven't. I turned the jacket over in my hands. It fit. It was already warm.
Like, share, subscribe.